September 4th. This morning I woke to the tap-tap of rain on the roof. It's one of my favorite things, waking to rain, even if it disturbs my sleep in the middle of the night. It was my first time waking up in Kentucky, in the bed I'll be sleeping in the next few weeks while I help make this movie. I walked out onto the screened-in porch and drank my coffee. The rain fell lightly through the trees on the pond nearby. It's the kind of place I yearn for, the kind of environment that brings me peace, the one I always envision myself escaping to for days of writing and reading in solitude. But I felt no peace this morning. My head is unsettled, restless. This period of my life is like being on the cusp of a breakthrough, on the edge of succeeding at a new level, and at the same time, fearing that it's all going to fall apart. I don't know what the next step is or what move to make. I'm living day to day. I hope that sometime during this day the peace will come so I can enjoy this place. September 5th. I drank too much whiskey last night. 2 glasses was enough and a third was too many. I only had 3 because I like how it tastes. The effect that whiskey has on me during both consumption and especially after is a nuisance. If I ever have disposable income, I'll buy non-alcoholic whiskey, which is more expensive than the real stuff, and drink it all day long, especially on a movie set. September 8th. Yesterday, someone on set and I got in an argument about the 180 line. When planning coverage for a porch scene with one actor looking up at the other, he insisted that the 180 didn't matter because the actors were on different planes. I pushed back, trying to illustrate the line between the 2 actors, and was interrupted as he loudly proclaimed that the 180 is all about planes, shaking his head and completely dismissing what I had to say. I scoffed and shut my mouth. Of course, I wanted to shout something childish back like, "You're going to tell someone who's made 26 features what the 180 is all about?" Or, "I've broken the line more days than you've ever been on set." But instead, I kept it in and remained relatively quiet for the rest of the scene, performing my AD duties but not interjecting about their coverage, which I was in opposition to. September 11th. The last few days have eased my tension. Understanding may be the key to solving most conflicts. A few conversations diffused my frustration. I heard about the director's past, his time in San Diego, his poker playing, his return to Kentucky for his family. I learned more in a couple nightly conversations about his approach to his story, what it means to him. Though some of his methods and approach I may not agree with, I have a higher respect for him now. And I realize some of what he's thinking but not saying, which makes him an ally. It seems elementary, but I am still learning these small lessons of life, how to handle other human beings. Everyone is running around in their own narrative with their own secret motivations. Unlocking those secrets is often the key to understanding them and therefore working together in a healthy way. September 13th. Most mornings I wake up thinking about either Bandit's death or how my last relationship went wrong. I don't know why these are the first thoughts of the day, but they haunt me. I fight to shake them from my mind, or it turns with the same questions, the same hurt over and over again. Though there are some good things happening, I feel I'm stuck in the darkest period of my life so far. September 15th. In my dream last night, I spoke with Tim Allen, the actor known for his comedic movies and shows. He said he was currently living in Idaho. I mentioned making a film there and Jay's death. We commiserated together. September 19th. The last week of production begins. Now it's a countdown. How many days to finish the film? How many days left to deal with the people that I don't like and value my time with the ones that I do? How many days till I begin my journey back to Arizona, back to an unknown future? September 21st. When I tell stories to this team, I feel like I've lived 100 lives. We burn a car, and I talk about watching my makeup artist's car burn right in front of me. We set up a choking scene, and I tell the story of when I choked to the point of passing out in a shot for the Wilderness Road. Someone jokes about our boat sinking in the lake, and I mention the time we did sink a boat in the Pearl River and had to rescue the actors. I get looks of amazement from some people when they hear the things I've been through, and I haven't even brought up my years growing up in Africa. It really does feel like I've lived many lives. September 26th. When the film finally wrapped on Friday, I felt like I'd been baptized. It's hard to put into words, but suddenly all the frustrations of the past week were washed away, and a sense of accomplishment overtook all else as I rose from the metaphorical water. Sentiment, which I didn't expect, came in spades for the people I'm grateful to have met on this one. September 27th. It's amazing how quickly things can go from good to bad, how fast your opinion of someone can change. Perhaps true in all walks of life, but certainly in the film industry, everything can change in a day or less. September 30th. I spent over 40 hours of this week on the road. Driving might as well have been my full-time job. However, traveling these long distances did not bother me as much as it has in the recent past. Perhaps I've stopped fighting it and come to peace with the fact that at this point in my life, I don't really have a home. I belong on the road.